Well, good afternoon and welcome to this final session and celebration of our Coming of Age program. For the past 3 months, our goal for this program has been to simply offer an intentional space for self-discovery and inquiry as we explore spiritual topics which help to clarify our personal values and beliefs and which help us find our place in the universe. During our time together, we have explored such topics as beliefs, UU theology, UU history, spirituality, worship, communities, leadership, and justice. While our time together has been far too brief to delve into any one of these topics to the depth that they deserve, each of us should remember that what we have accomplished together is not meant to be complete. It is not the end of your personal journey. It was a demonstration of the process each of us go through as we continue to evolve our understanding of truth and meaning in this world. So let us now fully enter ourselves into this space together by lighting this chalice. We light this chalice to symbolize our unity and diversity. Just as a flame in this chalice has patterns and differences, so do we have patterns and differences with each other. Just as the base of this chalice forms a solid foundation for the flame to grow on, so do we form solid foundations for others to grow on. And just as the fire in this chalice creates light and warmth for all around it, so do we create light and warmth through love and friendship for all around us. Let us now hear a few words from Reverend Kent McClure, who is unable to be with us today, but recorded this message for us.
Good afternoon. I'm Reverend Kent, and my pronouns are he and him. Welcome to this celebration for the participants in the Coming of Age program at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Names. As you celebrate this day, I would like to begin my brief comments by lighting a chalice. I light this chalice as a symbol of my commitment to the values of Unitarian Universalism. May its light be a beacon of hope to me and to you, and to all who seek freedom, truth, and meaning in life. Thank you, and congratulations on completing this very important program as you look at the questions of what the meaning of life and what the mysteries of life and living might be. It's a lifelong journey in a responsible search for truth and meaning. And it's really fascinating and spiritually enriching and emotionally enriching to look at these questions throughout the rest of your life. Thank you for engaging the program with your facilitators and with your mentors. And thank you, mentors, for being present and there for our young people who are now seekers and questioners. It reminds me that so often the questions are much more important than the answers. It's one of the things I love about Unitarian Universalism. And to quote one of our Unitarian forebears, Francis David, who was a Unitarian minister in Romania, these words are attributed to him. We don't have to believe alike to love alike. A fascinating matrix and weaving of different beliefs that we explore throughout life. I wish you the very best that life can bring as you continue to explore these questions. And thank you again to you, to our mentors, and to our facilitators, Deb and Ben, for making this program happen, not as we return from 2 years of pandemic, but as we emerge from the pandemic, as you emerge from the beginning of your life to today. Many blessings on the journey.
So I want you to remember that you represent the future of Unitarian Universalism. Each of you brings many gifts. Some may bring the gift of courage, some the gift of singing, some the gift of their questions. And we thank you for the gifts that you will bring to Unitarian Universalism and for allowing us, your leaders and mentors, to share in those gifts during this program. So a statement of beliefs is the center of this ceremony. And some questions which the person writing the statement might consider would include, do you believe in God? What is this God you believe in? What is this God like? If not, what is the largest thing you believe in? Do you think there are absolute rules about right and wrong behavior, or does it change depending on the situation? Who are the most important religious teachers in your life? Do you feel hopeful about the future of the world, or do you feel hopeful about your ability to make the world a better place? Do you think that people at heart are mostly loving and generous, or mostly greedy and self-serving? What do you think people are obliged to, who do you think people are obliged to help and support? Themselves, their family, their community, their nation, all people, all living beings? What's this community sense here? Do you believe that there is something inside of you that you will lead you to make good choices if you learn just to listen to it? What brings you a sense of peace and well-being? And so for the past 3 months, we have been exploring topics and ideas together and individually, mentor and mentee, to try and shape where are you today. And so now let us hear from our youth on what they believe.
Sue Korshin couldn't be with us today, and so it is my privilege to share Sue's words with you about Maya Johnson. I feel incredibly lucky to have been paired with Maya Johnson for coming of age. Although I've known her family a bit in the past, this is my first contact with Maya, and I want to share some things about her. She loves to be fully scheduled with activities so life won't become boring. And every time we meet, I hear more about her interests like track and cross country, band, art, the school play, and taekwondo. Maya is the oldest of her family, and although she sometimes has her classic sister issues, I'm impressed by how she cares about her siblings and how she likes to be independent and how quickly she figures things out. Maya is quiet in many situations, but she thinks about the hard questions we ask in coming of age, even when she's not ready to speak. She's been open to new experiences when I suggest them, and she's always supportive of me when we are together. Maya is a very interesting person, which she and I agree is one of the highest compliments we can give someone. And for Maya's project up front, she has collected a series of quotes that she's bound together and printed. And so I invite you after the ceremony today to take a look at the words and people that inspire Maya. Becca Hathaway also couldn't be with us today. And so Becca is Azalea Feisig Chase's mentor. Zalia's project is in the middle poster there. And these are Becca's words about Zalia. I have really enjoyed getting to know Zalia during coming of age. She is a smart and lovely person, and I've had a great time eating lots of frozen yogurt with her and being distracted by her adorable pets. I look forward to seeing where her life takes her.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christopher Chase. I currently serve on the Fellowship's Board of Directors in the small group ministry Persephone's Children, and in, most importantly for today, the Coming of Age ministry as Jay Ryder's mentor. I have been privileged to know Jay and the Judas Ryder family for several years, since shortly after they moved to Ames. As Jay's mentor, I have had an amazing time working with them over these past months and weeks as we asked each other questions, shared our thoughts on coming of age, and most importantly, just listening to them. As you can see over on the far side, to your right, Jay has constructed a visual presentation for their credo. It is not my place to speak for Jay, but I am comfortable saying that Jay's credo presentation speaks for itself and them, with its focus on family, friends, and nature as a world of connectivity with sacred power. To do this, Jay has used their own statements and the poetry of Morgan Harper Nichols, as well as visual examples of their principles, and I invite you to examine their presentation. I am very proud of the work Jay has done over this ministry, and I know this will serve them well among their joys and challenges ahead. Thank you, Jay.
Hi, my name is Melissa Neeson, and I have had the distinct pleasure of being Grace Helmers' mentor this year. And during our tour of ice cream shops here in Ames, not only did I get to enjoy some wonderful ice cream, I also got to know a wonderful young woman who is interested in social justice and has a deep connection to her family and her friends. And hopefully someday will be a veterinary technician, I believe. You can see the artwork she has made over here, and then she also has a few words to say today.
Through coming of age, I wondered what I believe in. I found it had nothing to do with religion, but society. I believe that everyone has a voice, no matter your age, gender, sexuality, and race. So the drawing I did shows, even if I am 15, a female, and a part of the LGBTQIA community, I still have a voice.
Good afternoon. My name is Eric Schmidt, and I had the privilege of working with Will Dennison this past few months as his mentor in the Coming of Age program. I'm glad I've been able to share in this journey with him. In our conversations, I've always found Will to be kind and thoughtful, and he's always been happy to share his thoughts with me during our meetings. One thing I've learned about Will is science plays a large role in his life. And he likes to apply the tenets of science in his search for answers to life questions, both big and small. These traits, I think, will serve Will well as he finds his own path in life. Reflecting on our meetings, for me, one of the best parts was getting to see Will gain confidence in our group discussions. Other highlights were unraveling of the human knot, which was fun and challenging, and piecing together our prayer beads. During a recent meeting at Tedesco Nature Park, Will and I had an opportunity for some quiet contemplation of nature, although we also found nature contemplating us as we tried to make our way around some geese that seemed unhappy at our presence. I hope Will has found this experience as rewarding as I have, and I want to thank Will and his parents for allowing me to serve as your mentor. Will, I wish you well on your continued journey forward. And then Will has asked me to share his credo statement with you. These are Will's words. I believe in all-conclusive science data and research. I believe in reincarnation. I believe in evolution. I believe in the Big Bang. I value honesty. I value the Earth's climate. I value privacy, and I value my personal space. Thank you.
I'm Molly Helmers, and I had the privilege of being the mentor for Amelia Todd. Amelia is a 7th grader at Ames Middle School, and one of the things I learned about her that I didn't know, even though I've known Amelia for quite a long time, is that she's very passionate about music. That's one of the things that is sacred to her. She's also very active as a middle schooler and plays volleyball and enjoys doing things with her friends and her family, who I know she's close to. We also discovered that Amelia and I have a number of things in common, including that we're both Virgos, and we did go onto a website and check out to see what that meant we should be like. Both of us determined that even though a lot of people do believe in horoscopes, we do not put much weight in ours. We both have dogs that we adopted from shelters, which we had many conversations about. And we both have a favorite Sunday at Hickory Park, which is called Caramel Me Crazy, and we highly recommend. Amelia and I had a lot of chats over Sundays at Hickory Park. We worked our way through the Sunday menu, and we did discuss some spiritual and religious beliefs. At the same time, we had just a lot of good conversation and socialization and a nice break from life. So I will let Amelia speak to her belief system.
I believe in the Big Bang Theory. I believe everyone is good, but is capable of being bad. I believe everyone should be treated fairly no matter what. I believe we die and go back to the earth. I believe that any life you choose to live is good for you. I believe I am the cumulative effect of so many people and choices and situations. I believe that sacred is something so meaningful and precious in life. I believe prayer is not asking for higher power. I believe that you can control some things with personal choices. I believe there is no supreme being. I believe we all have the power to make a difference in the world. I believe that you choose to live life as you want to and who you want to live it with.
Good afternoon. I'm Dan Hauck. I grew up in this congregation. I went through the coming of age program as a youth, so it was fun to come back as a mentor and to work with Theron. I'm hope that this community becomes a spiritual home for Theron as he continues to explore big ideas. We had a lot of good conversations out in nature. I got to learned that he's a skilled stone skipper as well as an athlete and an actor. Very much values fairness and values family. So here's Theron.
Good afternoon. My name is Theron Silverthorne, and I would like to thank my family for coming today to support me, my fellow coming of age participants, and especially my mentor Dan for his time and input during this coming of age program. Throughout my life, I've had many different thoughts about religion. Participating in the coming of age program has helped me sort through a journey of realization and learning. What I have come to believe is that I am drawn to scientific proof, what I can see with my own eyes, touch with my own hands. While I have not come to a final concept of what I believe, I do feel that participating in the COA program has helped give me the tools in getting closer to it. I'm sure that throughout the coming years, my beliefs will continue to evolve using the principles that I've been raised with, as well as the principles of the UU belief system. And thank you for your time today.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Chris Mcclure, and I was very happy to be the mentor for Artie Helmers. Artie is a 7th grader at Ames Middle School, and I was, we had a number of good conversations over the last several Sundays about various topics, touching on things like science and humanity, and I've seen Artie, someone who is very interested in fairness and justice and equity, as well as someone who enjoys sports, like running track and basketball and playing the trombone and things. So I've been very happy to see the evolution just over this last 3 months or so, and can hardly wait to see how his life turns out in the future. It's going to be exciting. Artie.
I believe God is a mystery. I believe life was made for happiness and fun. I believe nothing happens after death and that everyone will die. I believe everyone has a soul, but no one has fate. I believe it's important to address yourself and your health. I believe anyone could and can make a difference.
I'm Faith Winchester, and it is with pleasure and gratitude that I am introducing Rain Krieger today, although unfortunately Rain is ill and not able to be with us, so I will be reading their credo as well. Rain is a talented artist and a musician, learning and playing multiple instruments in jazz and concert bands. They love music, but also manga and anime, fantasy books, and Studio Ghibli movies, among other things. Along with their creativity, I want to acknowledge Rain's courage and resilience while dealing with some ongoing challenges in their life. Rain has an infectious energy and excitement when they talk about their hobbies and interests. I was completely absorbed and lost in a story about online anime world and characters that Rain was telling. But I was confused, but it didn't matter because it was so interesting to listen to Rain talk about it. I found Rain to be a thoughtful and insightful person and a deep listener. In our last meeting together, Rain made a comment that struck me so deeply and so profoundly that I'm still thinking about it. So thank you, Rain, for asking me to be your mentor in this coming of age program. Thank you for the wonderful conversations and the time that we've had together. Friends, I give you Rain Krieger's credo. The language of music is sacred to me. Its ability to share stories and emotions across the world with anybody, no matter who they are, is very special. Sharing stories with others is important to let people know they are not alone, but also to make the world bigger with things they didn't know before. I don't know if there is a purpose in life, but I do believe that every person has the ability to discover the purpose of their life. Everyone will grow with time and be shaped by their experiences and by the people around them. Our actions do affect others in ways that may seem small, but that build up through our lives. A smile and a wave can make a big difference in another person's life, even if it's just a passing moment for us. A bad comment can also make a huge difference to someone else, even if it's just words to us. In this way, we are responsible for our actions and our words because they affect everyone around us in ways that we might not even realize. This is why kindness is very important to me. Kindness can be many different things, but it can make the world a better place. Kindness is always giving, and it spreads around quickly. One small smile and a wave can cause more kindness to be given, making the world even a tiny bit better. I believe in taking time to understand what others actually need and doing your best to provide it for them. And I believe in self-care. I believe in love and in the power in each and every person. I also believe that you don't have to be able to give the world anything to deserve basic respect or the right to live. I'll end with a quote from an amazing poet, Rumi, that has stayed with me ever since the day I heard it. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. I strive to live by these words every day and to make the world a better place with a smile and a wave. Thank you.
I'm Klaus Neeson, and I have the pleasure to be the mentor of Liz Hauck. And sorry, that's better to practice. I'm Klaus Neeson, and I have the pleasure to be the mentor of Liz Hauck, and would like to say thank you for sharing your passion about the music and the arts. And Liz wants everybody to build models.
Okay, I'm really glad to be here, hearing all my peers' credos and I believe statements. There's a lot of things in there that I was like, dang, I wish I'd written that down, but I'm gonna stick with what I have written down. I believe that art adds color and enjoyment to life, and that art takes a variety of forms, whether it be visual art like drawings or sculptures, music, stories, TV shows. Art takes all sorts of forms, and it's beautiful no matter what. I believe that it's important to work hard to achieve your goals, but that it's also important to take a break and have fun every once in a while. I believe that community gives us support, companionship, and lets you hear from different viewpoints. I believe that people are not good or bad, but they are just driven to do good or bad things. I believe that we should respect people, respect others, and treat them like they would like to be treated. And finally, I believe that it shouldn't be snowing in April.
Yes, this would be more welcome in November, because it's actually quite pretty. I'm Mary Richards, and I am the mentor for Heidi Neeson. I first met Heidi in the RE program in grade school in music Sundays that I was directing. I found her to be a quiet and dependable and responsible person who was always a good role model and willing to help the younger children. Well, I'll tell you, it has been such a great privilege for me to be her mentor as now that she is a freshman in high school and has really developed a wonderful world outlook, I guess I would say. We spent lots of time talking in various coffee shops. She likes all kinds of tea. And I discovered that she's a person with so many talents and interests, music and science and mathematics. She speaks 2 languages in addition to English. And she has really gained a maturity beyond what we might expect for her age. She has developed a very coherent and individual belief system, and I would like her to share some with you.
I believe that things that we can prove tend to be more important to believe in or rely on than things that we can't prove or can't know, or things based thereon. I believe that beliefs can change at varying rates. I believe in the scientific process of reasoning. I strive to treat everyone as nicely and respectfully as I can. I strive to live a life that I can feel satisfied with. I strive to have the truest belief that I can possibly have.
Hello. I am Erica Johnson, and I've had the pleasure of getting to know Claire Helmers for the last several weeks as her mentor in this coming-of-age process. Claire means, in Latin, bright and clear. And, you know, as a parent, when you are naming your child, you don't always know what their personality will be like, but I think that Claire's parents got it right. She has clear and defined goals for herself, a bright plan for how she's going to accomplish those goals and for her future. And it has just been a pleasure to get to hear those things from her. And as I look back on my own youth, I wonder if I had the same clarity in my plan for my life and what I would be able to contribute to the world. But I am just glad to know the future is in her hands as well as all of the youth we've heard from today. Claire has prepared a video to share her credo statement with you.
Hi everyone, my name is Klaus Neumann. For me, living a good life means to be happy and enjoy life to the fullest. To me, there's one person that basically is the definition of happiness. I mean, he literally made a slogan that says, the happiest place on earth. I mean, if that doesn't make you smile, then I don't know what does. Walt Disney once said, happiness is a state of mind. It's just according to the way you look at things. Which basically means if you're not enjoying the things that you were doing or seeing, now you're really happy. Let that sink in. Happiness is not just an emotion. It's a thing that makes life enjoyable, and without it, our lives would probably suck. I mean, what's the point of doing something if it doesn't make you happy? It doesn't make you smile, make you laugh, make you, I don't know, enjoy it? Like, that's one of the reasons we do the things we love, is because it makes us happy. So.
It has been a real privilege and an honor to get to know Lexi. She is a remarkable person, intelligent, thoughtful, kind, and talented. I'm not sure she wanted to sign up for this program, but when she did, she was all in, thinking, sharing, participating. I was her mentor, but I must say I learned a lot from her. Let me introduce Lexi Hathaway. She has a poem she created for her credo.
Hello, so this is my poem. I hope you enjoy it. So many fun things that live in the shop, trinkets, baubles, and toys that make the travelers stop. One day a man came in, but just lost a dispute. Felt wrong, upset, angry, just wanted to buy some fruit. But then he saw something that made him triumphantly smile. My, look, a sword! That fruit won't mess with me for a while. The man went to the shopkeeper. With this, he'll drop dead. Handed a bag of gold, but the shopkeeper shook his head. But this is a fortune! What more do you want? That sword is not for sale. The man says to taunt. Who do you think you are? You cannot wield the sword better than me. Not to wield, I'll carry it to the cliffs and throw it into the sea. They'll give you some grapes. They're 5 pieces of gold. The man was baffled. Much more the bag holds. You are a madman. Why have me buy something that costs less? It is very simple. The sword will cause suffering, but the grapes happiness. The end. So that was my poem, and I think the lesson to take away from it is you should make sacrifices if it's for the greater good, because that's what the shopkeeper did. Even though if he had sold the sword to the man, he would have been paid a lot, and that would be great for him. Even though he was offered that, he chose not to do it because he knew that if he gave the man the sword, he would go and use it on some different man, some different rival, and in a way that would be the shopkeeper's fault for letting him do that. And with everything that's going on in the world today, we should take note of the shopkeeper's actions, because it's very important to understand you have consequences to your actions. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that vaguely, but we don't really take that much time to think about how our actions are affecting ourselves, not only ourselves, but also the other people around us. You know, your friends, your family, even strangers. It's all very important that you make the right choices to spread kindness in that way. So that is the lesson of my credo, and I hope you enjoy it.
So now I'm going to invite each of our coming of age students forward to receive a certificate, and they will get to choose a chalice from the chalice table. I also just want to say how incredibly touched I am by everyone's art and words, and how proud I am that even though we got off to a little bit of a rocky start, our first 2 sessions were Zooming, and we didn't get to be together in real time and space until our 3rd session. And so despite not being able to be together in person, they've still managed to form these wonderful relationships and also create these wonderful statements of belief. So I'd first like to congratulate Maya Johnson. Zalia Lynn Feisick Chase. Jay Ryder. Grace Helmers. William Dennison. Amelia Todd. Theron Silverthorne. Artie Helmers. Leif Hauck. Heidi Neeson. Claire Helmers. Rain Kruger. And Lexi Hathaway. And before we dismiss for snacks in the other room, I think this group of coming of age students deserves another full round of applause from all of us. I want to thank you all for coming today and for supporting your students through this program. They couldn't have done it without you. We've gotten a lot of buy-in and support from the families and the mentors. So thank you for that. If you want to get a picture of the coming of age students, they're all lined up right over there. I did get a few pictures beforehand that I will happily share with you as well. But thank you again for coming today. Thank you, coming of age students, for sharing your gifts with us.